Hello everyone, my name is Kate and I'm happy to welcome you here on my channel where I review fragrances and talk about my perfume associations. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, to give this video a thumbs up, and comment. If you have something to say, please feel free to comment. I'm always happy to chat with you guys. And today we're going very indie. Why I'm saying that? Because we're going to talk about imaginary authors. It's a brand that I was curious about for a while, but just didn't come across, or tried one or two here and there, but I couldn't really shape my opinion. So I decided to order the whole pack of samplers. I actually have 10. There's 8 here. I ordered 2 more just separately, so I can have a really good representation of the brand, a lot of examples to talk about. And I'm actually intrigued, and I really want to share with you guys because I think it's a very interesting brand. It's located in Portland, American brand, which is also very interesting sometimes because I'm curious where the American fragrance industry is going now, because I feel like there's a division between just a little bit generic smell of being clean, very clean musks, soaps and stuff like that, or something very, very indie and not crazy, but very imaginative. And I guess this is a very good example of the latter. The nose behind the brand is Josh Mayer. I hope I pronounced his last name right. I'm going to film 2 videos about this brand because I think 10 fragrances is a lot to talk about in one video. So I'll just divide it in 2 and choose 5 fragrances for one video and 5 fragrances for another on the basis of my personal rating. So I will rank them from place 10 to place 1, depending on how I feel and how I like the fragrance, which doesn't mean it's bad or not worth trying, or if you like this fragrance, I don't want to offend you. It's just my taste. For some reason, this is how I feel about them. This is how I would like to rank them. So let's dig in. And my number 10 is actually a fragrance that it was a disappointment for me because the opening is just incredible. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you. So this is Saint Julep. I don't know if it makes sense to show you the tester. I will put the bottle somewhere over here so you will see it. Oh, by the way, behind every fragrance, every scent, there is a story. I guess it's fantasy that kind of inspires you to feel this or that way. And usually it's something about traveling, or there's one about long distance relationship. No drama, but very interesting stories. I will not spoil it for you, so maybe just give you hints here and there. This one is about, let's say, free life. Just a group of people who live, I didn't understand, did they mean hippie or not, but it's about freedom. It's about a person joining a community somewhere in Mississippi, I believe. And this community just enjoys life. And the notes here are something like mint, sugar cube, bourbon, if I'm correct, bergamot, because there's definitely something citrusy in it. So the opening is beautiful. It's pretty strong. It's pretty promising. But then maybe in half an hour, on a dry down, the fragrance just dies out. At least on my skin, this is how it works for me. So I was so excited when I first sprayed it, and it was beautiful. I was so excited, but oh my god, what's next? What's next? This is so amazing. But first 10 minutes were the most interesting part of this fragrance, and then I didn't really smell it that much. It was just a skin scent. And to be honest, I feel like I don't know, it's my personal opinion, maybe you think something different, but what I find interesting that each fragrance has become kind of a very light skin scent that reminds me of a paper, of a book, which I think would make sense for this brand because the presentation of this is the book. It's imaginary authors. It's very fantasy-like, very creative brand that is centered around reading, I guess. So reading, journaling, taking notes. There's a lot of reference to writing and reading. Yeah, so it's already going on a for a dry down. Not as much as on my skin because it's still pretty potent. It's kind of beautiful. To me, it smells like maybe gin tonic with mint and a little bit cucumber, maybe. Yeah, something like that. But the dry down just was not as interesting. That's why I ranked it number 10. But again, if it works better on your skin, I'll be super happy. Just let me know because this is exciting and I wish that it opened up more interesting on me. Okay, my number 9 is a whiff of a waffle cone. I think this is one of the popular fragrances of this brand. And why I rank it number 9? I like it. It's a really realistic smell of a waffle cone, slightly burnt. You know, it's the waffle cone that already got a little bit warm on the sun. It smells slightly burned. And somebody already ate the ice cream on top, and there is some melted ice cream on the bottom of it. Maybe vanilla. I would say it's vanilla ice cream with a caramel syrup. So there's melted ice cream and a little bit of syrup left on the bottom of the cone. My favorite part. Yeah, that smells exactly like that to me. And I really like it. It's also not very long lasting. I feel like fragrances of this brand are not very long lasting, but it makes sense. Most of them, not all of them. Some are pretty strong, but most of them are not, and I don't think that it's a bad thing because they're pretty intense and sometimes realistic, and I'm not sure that I want to feel the scent for 7 hours, for 10 hours. I think that I could become pretty I could get tired of it. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this one. It's very pleasant. It makes my mood better. It's very uplifting and fun. But I'm not sure that I want to smell it for a long time, you know? And it doesn't stay, like, I think on my skin it stays for 2 hours and then there's almost no trace of it. Yeah, but it's very pleasant. It's a nice scent and I can see maybe younger people liking it. Or when I'm at home and want to get cozy. I think in the summer, I don't like ice cream in winter. Maybe if you like to eat ice cream in winter, you will like it for any season. Yeah, it's really nice, very pleasant. But I don't have strong feelings about it. Yeah, it's nice, exciting, but I'm not sure that I want to have it in my collection. But in next video, we'll talk more about fragrances that I definitely want to have in my collection. Next fragrance is called Sundrunk. So some summer vibes here. They actually have 2 fragrances inspired by summer theme. One will be here and another that I find slightly more exciting will be in my second video. So Sundrunk. How does it smell? This is very interesting. I actually like this one. I was wearing it the whole evening yesterday and tried to understand what I smell, how I feel about it. And it's inspired by a surfing community in California. And yes, so just a second when I smell this one, I'll just picture it for you so you understand what I smell here. When I was learning to surf, I was in Sri Lanka, and you know when you just start learning how to surf, you first need to do it on the sand. So they put the surfboard in front of you, and you learn to stand up. You just learn about some basic safety measures, and this smells exactly like when I lay down on a surf that is laying on the sand on the beach. So this is that smell. It smells like a surfboard on the sand. Yes. I don't know if they wax it with something. I don't really know how they take care of the boards and how they make them less slippery. I think they put something on top, of course. And yeah, there's something like that. Something, I think they use some flowers maybe, or wood for that. And wood. Maybe flowers are weird, they're not so close, but sometimes. Yeah, and it smells slightly citrusy, which maybe this beach hut by the sea, and you lay on a surfboard and try to paddle, something like that. Yeah, this smells like that to me. There's something citrusy, something slightly sourish in it too, which I think are either fruits somewhere not far from you in that beach hut, or it's that wax thing that they use for the board. Yeah, so this is how it smells for me, and I think it's great. I think it's great, but it's so realistic that I just cannot wear it. It's just a little bit, a little too much for me. Maybe the smell of the surf is not something I want to carry on my body for several hours. So yeah, I think that I'm not going to get that one, but who knows? Maybe one day I'm gonna change my mind, because this is just, it really reminds me so much of my trip to Sri Lanka. It's crazy. Okay, so next. So this was number 10, number 9, number 8. So next one is number 7. Which is the Cobra and the Canary. This one was inspired by a guy from Connecticut who sit in the car of his past father, Shelby Cobra, something like that. Car lovers, please tell me what it is. I don't remember, but some legendary car. And he grabs his friend and they go on a road trip. And yeah, this definitely gives me that vibe. It smells like a leather seats in the car. I think there's an asphalt note, which I can pick up, yes. Maybe this kind of a dusty road, you know, when you're sitting in the car on the leather seat and you open the window and there's some maybe dust or sand from the street, from the outside of your car. I definitely get that. It's slightly powdery. I think there's orris root or something like that there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, leather is not very strong, so if you don't like leather fragrances, try it anyway, because it's not a very strong leather, and it's actually, it doesn't take so long on my skin, because then it becomes more of a dusty paper again, because I feel like, at least on me, these fragrances, the closer you go to the base, the more they remind of the paper. I would say like paper journal, something like that. I like how they pictured that moment when you open the window of your car and just look outside and there is sun. It's definitely sunny there. And you just don't think about anything. I feel like this fragrance has a very good balance. It's not making you overthink, if you know what I mean. Some fragrances you just keep thinking, oh my god, what is that? What does it mean? Oh, is it that note or not? Do they have that flower, or is it not flower at all? Something like that. But this one, you just look outside in the window and that's it. Yeah, and just look at the road and don't think about anything. Just let it go. That's how I feel. Yeah, it's actually nice. Maybe I should move it to the, like, one of the higher ones on my list. I don't know. But it's good. Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't really understand the name though, the Cobra and the Canary. Probably there's some meaning behind it. I understand the Cobra is the car, but the Canary I don't understand. And the last one for today, number 6, is called Oh Unknown. It's this nice kind of dark purple or violet color. This one I just, I go back and forth. I cannot understand how I feel about it. Maybe that's why it's closest to the middle. Now I like it. Sometimes I spray it and I don't. Oh, okay, now I get it. Now I get why I don't, why I didn't love it. So this is unknown, right? So it's something with the mysteries of the universe, or maybe how I see it is actually, I think in the description of on the website they write something about the traveler who has only 1 year left to live, and he goes to Nepal, to some other places I don't remember, maybe China, and there's a very strong note that is called Lapsang Souchong or Lapsang Souchong. It's the tea, and this is not the tea like Serge Lutin's 5 o'clock of Gingembre or something like this, because it's you can actually smell the hot tea, the steam above the tea, and how it just relaxes you. No, this is more about the dry tea. Like you put your nose in a basket or a bowl with that dry tea before making it, and just breathe it in like this, and it's very dry. Yeah. And on the other hand, it also reminds me smell of new paper, just a fresh paper that you just took out of the box, you know, in the office. It's like that. There's also one of the note that is just question marks, because it's a mystery, it's unknown, which I don't have any idea so far that what it represents. But yeah, it's that tea, it's a lot of that. Maybe there's also iris. It's very dry. So everything in this fragrance is very dry to me. That's what I don't like about it. I usually don't like very dry scents. So to me, to be honest, I definitely can catch the tea, but how I imagine it when I close my eyes and I think, okay, what does it represent for me? I think about fresh paper when you just open the new book. Just for the first time, no one ever opened that book, you know, when it cracks a little bit when you open it like this. And sometimes some books, they have very strong smell. So this is that aura from the book for me, which I kind of like this analogy better. And with unknown, it also matches because it's unknown. It's maybe this will be the book that changes your life. Maybe this will be the book that inspires you to travel in a new place. Maybe this is the book that will make you cry. And there will be something about it that you will have to keep that book in your shelf for your whole life. Yeah, this is how I see this scent. I would not connect it to maybe meditation or tea ceremony or something spiritual. I don't know why I think about meditation, but that's the vibe that I guess I just got from this. But yeah, I think I like the analogy of a new book better. Plus I smell the new book because it's very, very dry, so I can believe that it's a paper. Yeah, but just not my cup of tea, pun intended. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked this review. I hope that you found something interesting for yourself. Please let me know what you think. What do you think about the brand, or maybe my associations, my thoughts made you want to try something new? I'll be happy if that happens. And yep, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to subscribe, to stay with me, and look forward to meeting you again on my new video. Bye bye.